Hey, Twinkie, Joe, G-Paul, Michael. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, Joe. Hi, Michael. Hi, G-Paul. Hi, Twinkie.
My thing is, I'm probably in the wrong deadgum one too. It'd be alright. It's still good. Right?
I'm in the one I originally said hi to him.
What, G-Paul?
I'm in the one that I originally said hi in.
Yeah, that's
Buddy,
what. I must
Crossroads.
be in the other one. Y'all see Michael Campbell and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see Buddy and Crossroads.
Well, see, I don't see Buddy and none of them.
Oh, well, see, I'm not seeing none of it either on this one. Hold on. Let me click this. Okay, now I'm on the right one.
I see Twinkie, Joe, and Michael and
I
G-Paul.
see Buddy, Crossroads, Player.
Well, see, I don't see none of them.
Okay, there's two different live streams going on.
Well, tell them to come over to the other
Okay.
Maybe three. Remember I said you had three going.
Yeah, there was a couple of them going. I don't understand what happened.
I don't either.
Hold on, I'm trying to find the rest of them.
Tell them to hunt us down.
Oh, Lord.
How are you, Joe? Georgie!
Hello.
That one came in this one and I'm in, Amy.
You're live already?
Yes, I'm live.
You're on the wrong one then, Twinkie.
I don't know how to change all that.
Okay, go back. Go just click on your name where it says Entity Paranormal and then go to the other live stream.
Okay, hold on a minute.
It'll bring up your channel. Hi, Player. Hi, Chad. Hi, Jody. Hi, my Georgie.
Hello.
Hello.
G-Paul.
Georgie! What's up?
What's up?
Yeah, I got to share this live stream now. I shared the other one too. So I'll check back on it here and there and make sure nobody else is in there.
There's Michael.
Hi, Michael.
I see Player, Jody, KJ.
Yes.
Is that my right one now?
KJ.
I don't see KJ. There she is.
Buddy.
Yes. Buddy.
Hey, Chad. Crossroads. I was in the wrong stream. For some reason, it's put a ton up there.
Where's Crossroads? Oh, they're up there at the top. Never mind. I'm
Well,
losing people too. It's two different streams.
Crossroads. I was in the wrong stream. I gotta mute mine.
Only you would want to have three streams going at one
time. All right. Are we here now?
Yeah. Hi, Jenna. Hi, Joe. Okay,
are we
everybody.
in sync now?
Hear from the other stream.
I'm sorry, y'all. See, I'm discombobulated today. Hey, Jenna. Player.
I think they call that operator error.
Yeah, big error. I'm a big error. I need to know my
that a lot, G-Paul.
Y'all gonna have to excuse me today. I'm very tired. I did my first day of work today in over 4 years. And I'm tired.
Well, how many hours do you work?
But
I only work 6 hours and 15 minutes, but I didn't get a break. The only time I got to sit down was when I went to the bathroom twice. The rest of the time I was on my feet working.
We had a lady that came and She had a community service that she had to do up there. She worked there for 2 weeks, and she spent damn near her whole days in them bathrooms. Every time you turned around, she's in the bathroom. I said, she's just sitting there sitting down.
Yeah, I can just sit down. I ain't drunk nothing, player.
Don't lie to them people. We know better.
J. Paul. Everybody, Casey got her braces off today.
Hey.
They look so, her teeth look so pretty. And she has to wear a retainer now, but.
Everybody hounded her about wearing that retainer all the time.
Yeah.
She hasn't took it out since she's got it, except to clean it or take them out when she eats.
What do you do for work, buddy? You work like overnights or just in the evenings? You're always at work.
Yeah, you're always at work, buddy. Yeah, she's really happy, Joe. Where'd KJ go?
KJ.
Go back to the other one.
She was on this one a minute ago.
You work overnights?
I used to work third shift. I hated it. Well, I like to get second shift. Buddy works as a goat chaser.
Buddy works in the corner. In the corner or on the corner? Oh, never mind. I read it. The corners. The corners. Works the corners.
How are you? Georgie.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
Awesome, Mike.
I'm glad you are good today.
Huh?
I said, I'm glad you are good today.
Yeah.
We love you, Georgie.
Let's talk about Auntie.
Auntie's poop.
Or Jeepa or Mom.
No, let's talk about.
Huh?
Let's talk about Georgie.
No.
Let's say no. Buddy stopped shelves.
Huh?
Buddy said he stopped shelves.
Oh, I thought you said somebody went to jail. I was like, who?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not yet anyway. But he's gonna go to the corner jail.
Corner jail.
Mm-hmm.
He already turned himself in.
Yeah. He's gonna be behind bars. I don't see KJ no more.
I know.
Are we just skipping over the fact that Amy went to jail the other night?
That
was not fun.
Like,
oh, my poor buddy.
Buddy. The boxes are not fluffy like Twinkies if you're stocking Twinkies. The boxes are not fluffy like Twinkies are.
No, they're not. Come on, come all to the corner. Player's the president of the corner.
Yeah, she's the grand poopah.
KJ, wherefore art thou?
I think he went back to the other one.
Let me look. Nope. I'm the last comment in the other one.
Come all to the corner. No, player, I don't want to go to the corner. Because if I get in the corner, I might lean and fall asleep. This isn't going to be a really, really long live stream because I have to be at work at 5:30 in the morning. I don't even know how I'm going to get in the door because the place don't open until 7 o'clock. Guess I had to beat on the side door.
Is it a restaurant that you're working?
No, a grocery store. I work in the deli.
Okay.
I have to slice meat.
Just be careful
Hey,
with the meat.
but there's no chicken patties. I fry chicken and chicken tenders and potato wedges and rotisserie chicken. No chicken patties.
Hey, you brought it up by yourself, IT.
Do what?
You brought the chicken patties by yourself.
You're funny, Joyce.
I'm going to the powder.
Okay, Twinkie.
Papa.
I'm not going Papa Dirty.
Hey, K Dog.
Hey, K-Dog.
Yeah, I have another job interview tomorrow too. I'm gonna be working 2 jobs hopefully. It's
Just be
gonna
careful.
kill me.
Be careful of them meat slices now.
Mm. And there's another April that works in the deli too.
And meat slices can reach out and grab you.
That's what she said. Said that the girl April was pregnant and took and wasn't paying attention or something and took and cut half of her tip of her finger off and it was just hanging. And I was like, oh. Well,
I
see, I
tried
messed
to,
with, huh?
I tried to cut the whole finger off.
Oh, I don't want
Just
to.
clean. And it wasn't even turned on.
I pinched my finger going into the refrigerator, the big refrigerator. The thing caught the inside of my finger and pinched it. It hurt, but I didn't holler.
Hmm.
Chicken patties tomorrow. If you have to cut up. No, Joe, no chicken patties. But I have to go into work, be at work at 5:30 in the morning. I'll get off at 10:30, and then I have to be at another interview in the next town over by 11:20.
Wait, you're gonna have 2 jobs?
Yes, Georgia.
What? Uh, uh, I understand why you're doing it. It's
Yeah,
okay.
I got to make some money, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start saving up for because they're building a Costco here, and it opens. It's just like a almost like a Sam's Club. Um, they're high, there. It isn't even open yet, and they're starting out $15 an hour, and they give their part-time people benefits too.
Oh,
So I can hopefully get insurance so I can go start going back to the doctors like I need to. Well, buddy, you got chicken patties there. You keep all of them chicken patties there. You can share them with Joe and Player. Yeah, I gotta make more money from my toys. So I think they're gonna have me driving a forklift at Costco though, if I get hired.
Then you'll have 3 jobs.
Then I'll have what?
3 jobs.
No, because that'll be Costco the same thing. It'll be
Yeah.
Costco driving a forklift and
But
work.
you're supposed to be working the subway too.
I didn't go to so them people were rude.
Fit in right nice.
I got hired there, but I called them the day before and told them I wasn't coming.
You fit in. I don't know why.
Huh?
You fit in.
Ha ha.
so
No, they it's Subway. Went in there and the only words the manager said to me the whole time was hi. And then like I had to go back 3 different times, you know, before I even started because they were either busy. They tell me to come in, I come in, then they tell me they were busy. I'd have to come back the next day. So I wasted 3 days right there. And then they're telling me the boss lady she's gonna ride you hard. She can be a bitch and she tell you that too. Why are they trying to scare me before I even start? I told her I said I ain't scared of hard work, but why would you? I don't want to work with people like that.
No. Hi, K Dog. How is your sister Jenna and your mom and dad?
Yeah, your sister is she got there yet?
Yeah, she's there. I'm glad.
Yes, I'm glad to.
It's weird to see Auntie go so early.
I know, but Auntie's pooped. I'm gonna go in a little earlier so I can get to bed and then get up at 4 in the morning and take a shower and go to work.
It makes you think something's wrong. She's going early.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're the one is waking up at 4.
And you and Twinkie have to get up early in the mornings.
She's usually getting her second win by 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I'm up usually if I'm not alone here and I'm playing games.
Hi,
Hey,
Jake.
man. She got there Sunday night. Crossroads, do you want to come up or we got to start getting people up on here?
Good,
Amy,
CK.
love you muchly. Muchly love you muchly. I'm in the corner with Player, keeping her company, staying out of trouble.
If you're in the corner, you ain't staying out of trouble.
That means you in trouble.
K-Dog's in the corner swinging on the swing set.
Oh, Lord.
That's good, Jenna.
What?
Amy, can you send Crossroads and them a link?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
We
Jen
all
said
good, I
hi.
guess. We all good, I guess.
Yeah, good ideas.
Okay, I'm gonna need the.
What?
Oh,
What?
never mind, I think I have it.
KJ, I see you. There you are.
KJ,
We've been hollering for you.
Where you go?
Wherefore you go.
where you go? That's hilarious.
I was going to show you something Slim sent me last night. And I was like, ugh, and I hurried up.
Oh
Like,
no, was it that? Yeah, I think he sent it to me too.
he sent me this.
Yeah, he sent that to me. I think it's cool as hell.
I didn't even play the video. I just seen it and was like, ugh. And I just
Watch the video.
Send it to me.
Watch it. You're gonna be surprised.
listen to G-Ball. Send it to me.
Hi, Rob.
Yeah, but I can't watch it
Hey,
on here.
Rob.
I can't play it on here. Somebody put me.
Hey, dog. The answer to the swing deal is still no.
No swing.
No, 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 no. Love you too, KJ.
But it is so gross. He said something about his marshmallow or something.
Yeah,
Love you too, KJ.
it's not even real.
KJ.
Georgie's talking to you, KJ. Did you get it, G-Paul?
I think I did.
Well, hello, our bratty brother.
Hey, Rob.
He said, hi, my bratty sisters and my burrito.
Burrito.
Look at Casey trying to be all looking.
Hello, Casey.
Yeah, that's Casey. Georgie, she got her braces off today.
From her tooth?
Yes. I'm going to try to find the picture so I can show you.
Oh, sorry to hear that, K-Dog. Like it broke, died, or it just died? Like battery-wise.
This was right after we got her braces off.
She's free.
She's free.
And I was so looking forward to taking a pair of pliers and twisting them off for her.
They have those suckers off like that. They had me fill out some paperwork. So I was filling out the paperwork, so they went ahead and took Casey back there. Then after I get done filling it out, I can always walk back there. By the time I got back there, she had 2 more to pop off, and she already had Casey's mouth open.
Sorry to hear that, K-Dog.
Amy, my laptop completely died. That's not good, K-Dog. Broke died. Did you send that to Crossroad?
Yeah. Is it the Fun Factor one, Crossroad?
I didn't get the link, Amy. He said. Okay. You seen it before I did. I think we're just gonna yah tonight because I don't feel like dragging the. We do the spirit box Friday night. Promise.
Okay, try that Crossroads. Yeah, I sent it to that one. I sent it a different way this time. See if you get it that way.
And if KJ wants to come up, Twink is already yawning. I know
Sorry.
I'm boring.
Sorry.
Boring.
Hmm.
I went. I done showed Amy and G Paul, but I went and got me some eyeballs today because I was trying to look at the codes so I could put the price on the meat when people wanted lunch meat.
Mm.
I couldn't see them little numbers, so I went and got me some eyeballs.
Oh, Rob. He said I would come up, but it's cold outside.
Rob, you can come up. And Amy said, "Them's purple."
I knew they'd be purple.
Of course.
Before you even pulled them out, I knew they'd be purple.
Michael found a
Hey,
pair
Dale.
that were like the thicker stuff, and I was like, "No, I don't like them. These are okay." Okay, KJ. Claire said, "Look sexy, April." Player, you need to go get you a set of these then.
Mhm.
I just
Crossroads,
the
did
little
you get
numbers.
it?
I was squinting. Which right now,
Oh, okay, dog. That's so sweet.
thank you, Kato.
There he is.
I
Hello,
know.
boy.
Thank you. I had a y'all. I look funny today. I had a my hair's all smashed. I had to wear a hairnet today. I felt like a lunchroom lady.
Well, you look like one.
G-Pop.
Hi, James.
You behave yourself, G-Pa. You'll give you a smack.
Oh, there you
Ooh, turn me on.
go.
Oh, my Lord.
I can only be in my car if I can come up. My house is small and it would break the thing.
It don't matter where you're at, Rob. We're used to
Hey,
seeing you in
George.
your car.
Where's your man cave garage, Rob?
Also, it's got theirs muted.
Oh, we got more people with not paying attention.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Troy. There
Hey,
you go.
what's up?
What's up?
How's it going?
G-Paul
Good.
says it better though. He
Good,
sounds like.
good.
Hey James, how are you? James, have you been texting always again? Did you see that, Twinkie?
What?
Did you see what James wrote on Facebook about him texting always and another word
Oh,
comes out?
yeah.
And I said that's because you're always anal.
Broken window in garage, no heat.
Oh.
Oh,
Hey,
it doesn't matter if you're in your car or not, Rob. If you feel like sitting out there, you're more than welcome to come up.
yes, you are. My bratty brother.
Good
I'm
morning.
just being always about it.
Oh,
Good one, James. Hi, Krista.
AJ's first name is Trouble.
You talking to me?
My first name is not Trouble. It's my second name.
It's Karen Trouble.
I thought it was crazy.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, well, yeah, my
it's
nickname
crazy
actually,
enough.
Crazy Karen, they used to call me when I was on the radio station.
How have y'all been, Troy?
Oh, not too bad. How y'all doing?
We hanging in there. I did my first day of work today, and I'm whooped.
I understand.
I haven't worked in over 4.5 years.
Oh, you must be pooped.
So, and I only got to sit down to go to the bathroom,
Oh Lord,
and that was it.
that's the way it was when I worked in a grocery store. I was on my feet all day.
Hmm. And I'd slice somebody some meat, wrap it all up, put it back in the little refrigerator part, and then the next person come and want the same thing that I just wrapped up.
Of course, that's how it is.
And they got so many. You got the honey meat, the barbecue meat, the Cajun meat, and they got different little departments, and you got to read their little list to say where to find your stuff.
Oh Lord.
And then
Yeah.
some man come in. My first day, he's like, "What was that cheese I bought for the last time?" And I was like, "No idea." First of
Yeah,
all,
I mean,
that's my new eyeballs. She's laughing at my eyeballs.
Hey, I think I'm gonna go. There's too much noise here.
What, Georgie?
It's too much noise here. I don't want you to get copyrighted.
You are fine, Georgie. I have a noise right there. Show 'em all your pretty teeth. Show 'em. Come on. Show
Show
your
us your smile. Your mother
Show
paid
your
good
teeth.
money for that smile. Show me your smile.
See that smile?
That's
See?
beautiful. Oh, that's
Yay,
beautiful.
Katie.
Her boyfriend told her that she looked funny. Put her braces back on. He's never seen her without braces.
Yeah, they look good. They feel good having them off.
Yeah, but not with the retainers on. You
Oh,
got them
you've still got your retainer now. Oh, okay. But that's only for a little while then, though, isn't it?
I don't know. Because they said that her wisdom teeth on the bottom, she's gonna have to have them surgery because they're growing sideways. They had it removed because she's got a real narrow
Yeah,
Palate.
jaw, or not jaw,
Yeah.
but gums.
palate.
So they
Yeah,
had to remove a bunch of teeth
Yeah.
just so those could spread because they used to overlap in the front.
Yeah.
Is Lainey awake or asleep, Twinkie?
I'm not sure.
Izzy said probably asleep.
Yep,
Call
my
her.
dental work's happening soon.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. Troy, have
Lunch
y'all?
Lady April.
Huh?
Hey, lunch lady April, can I have some more chicken patties?
Hmm.
But yeah, this man asked me if he said, "What was that cheese I got last time?" I said, "This is my first day. I have no idea."
you could have just winged it and said it was mozzarella.
Yeah.
He said it was some funky name. I had never heard it being with an H.
Oh, was it?
Harv,
No, it wasn't that. Hang on a minute. I know the one. Because I like it.
It was
myself.
it's a white cheese.
Yeah,
Hedge cheese.
Huh?
Hedge cheese.
Something like that. I
Yeah.
don't know. The other girl that was training me, she knew what he was talking about, so she got it for me.
It's got a texture of rubber.
I don't know. You would have seen me trying to slice provolone today.
Oh,
It's a
Lord.
big old long thing like that. You couldn't hold the handle and go. You had to hold the
Mm-hmm.
cheese into
Yeah.
it.
I'd be eating that as I was cutting it.
That'd be
this
good.
man's like,
Yeah.
Hamuli.
I want a third of a pound of pepperoni.
a third.
Very,
That's a weird number.
and
That
I'm
is
like, it's like 0.33, and I was like, I know what 1/3 is.
I would have said go to the aisle or the fridge section that has the bags of pepperoni.
Hey,
Yeah.
Fred, Half Moon Bay.
It was weird. But Troy, have y'all been on any adventures here lately?
Yeah, I actually want to try to film something tomorrow too. I'm not sure where exactly. Got a couple places of mine. Um, did Riverside race. I got that video up, and you can hear that weird, evil breathing coming through the SB7. So yeah, I gotta go back and do another Riverside again, and just see if I can come across that that evil spirit again. But I think I got some Helen's Bridge videos coming up, and
Creepy barn.
creepy barn. My mom's gonna let me do her barn, and it is pretty creepy. It was like it when I was a kid. I mean, I was like, oh wow.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, well,
Barns are always creepy.
Yep, they are actually.
Amy, you want to tell them what happened to Cody?
um, he was sitting in our room, and I was trying to get my computer and stuff unhooked, and he started talking to me, and I really was not paying attention at first, so I didn't really catch what he said, but he was trying to tell me that there was something touching his leg or his knee. And finally I said, "What did you say?" He said, "Something is touching my effing knee." And so I just yelled, "Leave him alone." And he said right after I said that, he couldn't feel it anymore.
Wow.
And he said something about Layla.
Yeah, he
Layla
said
was
Layla. He's told me, he said Layla's not over here. That's what he was trying to get me to understand, that something was touching his knee and it wasn't Layla.
Rob, you and K-Dog are so funny. They're saying April cut the cheese. It's okay.
I can't see what this because I can't get my stupid computer to work. Fuck. Oh, sorry.
You,
We
Jan.
had James, I don't know if you heard about this or not, but do you remember the cemetery we went to that had like all the ladybugs and all that?
Yeah.
It's a ghost town, like it's 2 towns over and then up north of that. Did you hear about any of that, James? There was a man, they were on the lookout for him yesterday, and they were saying he was armed and dangerous, but he killed his 2 kids and put them in the car and caught them on fire.
Oh my gosh.
And they found him about a mile away from the car. He had shot himself. They didn't know that he was dead. They just knew that the kids were dead and that he caught the car on fire. Which I'm hoping and praying the kids were dead before he caught the car on fire. But
Yeah.
Hello, 3 girls and a cup of
horrible.
Joe. What's wrong? You got a sad face on there.
You'll have to leave it for a little while and then go there and see what you can pick up, Amy.
That it was horrible.
Yeah. But that'll be
Yeah,
like,
it was right out there in that area, James.
haunted.
Oh, okay.
Did you also hear about our city judge, James?
What about your city judge?
She's in jail.
That ain't good.
Say what?
That's
The
not
judge
good.
is in jail. Interesting. I should put
That's
all the
awesome,
judges in
K-Dog. Amy
They should put
told.
all the judges in jail in Australia because they're all pedophiles.
Oh, I
The
asked
story
3
Amy
girls
told. Okay.
Joe what was wrong, and she said the story you just told.
Yeah.
A
I just seen the Amy
DWI?
told part. I was like, what did I tell? Yeah, that is horrible.
That's horrible. That's really
Yep,
sad.
DWI.
I mean, if he doesn't want to live, that's fine. Go and shoot yourself. Don't like.
Exactly. That's my point. Exactly.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, and all these parents feuding,
Yeah.
and then they don't want the other person to have the kids or whatever, so they go and kill them. And then what is the point of that?
Exactly. No point at all.
Well,
It's just sick.
it makes me angry because people, they get a divorce or they break up. They use their children as pawns against each other,
Yeah.
Yep.
and it damages the children. Whether they, the children live or die, it damages the children big time.
They don't realize
You
children
really
are
just
gifts
don't
from
hear about
God.
that kind of stuff right around here.
Yeah.
There's
No, you're right.
there's a girl they showed it on the news. Some girl had a 35-year-old girl had a baby, and she called the law and said that she had been kidnapped. and they let her go, but they took her baby.
Mm.
So a family had found the baby in the backyard
Oh my
and took
God.
it to the hospital. And I mean, the baby's doing good, still alive and everything, but she's for attempted murder,
Yeah.
and she's trying to plead that she's crazy, plead insanity. Rob said, "I'm going to send you a picture. I know I will hear all."
You probably will.
There's easy ways of there's easy ways of stopping having children that you don't want. Really easy ways.
Was that where you live, Three Girls?
Yeah, that happened up here, where we're at. It's sad to hear that, you know,
7 weeks old.
yeah, 7 weeks old.
And she was a nurse at our big old hospital here. And
Oh,
they said that she was from having postpartum depression.
yeah.
Stuff.
But there's so many people out there that can have kids. If you,
I know.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a sad situation.
there's a lot of places that say if you can't take care of them, just bring them to the hospital or bring them
Yeah,
to.
no questions asked, right?
Yeah. Yeah, if you've got
Aren't
you're
that
having
perfect?
postpartum depression here, you go to the hospital and they
Yeah,
actually put
perfect.
you in hospital with your baby and they take care of both of you until you feel better.
Exactly. Who? She said
I couldn't
Lainey's
think of
picking
one.
Casey because the way she talks.
I
I don't want that.
heard to tell Lainey to be quieter.
She said, Lainey, be quieter. My aunt, she couldn't have kids. She wanted one so bad. I mean, she never did adopt or anything, but
Yeah, my cousin's the same. She wanted children so bad, but by the time she divorced her husband, she was too old to have kids. So she
we
You're
heard
right, Rob. Oh,
but she loves all our kids. Like a lot.
she
My
is
kids
getting
drive
so
me
big, Rob.
Huh? What?
Elena.
Oh,
She's getting so damn big.
how are you, Dad? Perfect. I know. Everybody, please pray for my grandbaby, Kylie. She's really sick.
Aw,
Her. She didn't even go to school today. She's sick. And I
poor
talked to her on
baby.
the phone, and she sounded awful.
Poor little Bubba.
What I tell everybody about my kids may be brats. I can call them brats, but they're my brats.
Exactly.
Everybody's kids are brats.
Yeah.
Mm.
My kids are rotten to the core, but they're my rottens.
Just like our bratty brother. And bratty George. Oh,
My George is the only non-brat.
do what?
What?
I said George is the only non-brat. He's not my brat.
He's my bratty.
I keep
Peanut
telling both the
Butter
girls
Chicken
that.
Patty.
I'm like, y'all should be more like George.
I'm not Brad.
He's my bratty nephew.
Uh-huh. Now you're here, Corey. Now you're here, Corey. I'm not a rat.
Mom.
But
I
I
am.
love you, George.
I'm a rotten kid. If my parents were alive, they'd tell you.
Hey KJ, did you make your chicken and dumplings?
No. My boyfriend came over last night, so I didn't do much. I just had lots of cuddles.
She asked me how to make chicken and dumplings. She hadn't made them before.
Yeah, I'm going to make them
Easy.
next week because I promised my son I'd do some lamb shanks, so I'll do some chicken as well. So that'll keep him happy.
That's one of my favorite things to make because it's easy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And you can make a bunch of it.
I usually have to make 2 pots of it.
I still do.
My favorite part's the dumplings.
Yeah, I
That's
love
Cody's favorite too. Mine's the broth and the chicken.
But I made a pan of lasagna about like this big yesterday.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were saying you were going to do that.
Yeah, that's what they ate for dinner tonight too.
Wow. That's
Because
awesome.
I was not coming home cooking.
No, I don't blame you. Not after working all day.
George, how did you get back so fast from KJ's house?
George isn't my boyfriend.
George,
Hey, George.
Georgie, Rob said, how did you get back from KJ's house so fast?
I have to go. My sister said we have to do something.
Okay, Georgie, I love
Love you,
you.
Georgie.
I love all of you. Crossroads, everyone, G-Paul,
Take care of yourself, Georgie.
KJ.
Get George.
Don't go, Georgie.
Love you,
Georgie,
George.
Okay, I better go before you know what. No, I'll go.
okay.
Bye, George. Love you.
I love you. Bye.
Love you, Georgie. There we
I'm
go.
glad he got me in.
Is he all right? Like, have you talked to him and like he's okay?
Yeah,
He said he was feeling good today.
he's
That's what
much
he told
better.
me.
That's good.
I'm only going to turn my camera on for a second, but I want to show you what Lainey found in her room today.
Please don't tell me it's expired. Oh my god.
Oh, when are you moving out?
I tried to earlier, but Cody wouldn't let me.
Oh my gosh.
I'll be gone. Oh yeah.
Oh, we get some big spiders here too.
That's the first one we found
Just imagine the
here.
ones you don't.
We finally went and got some mothballs and threw them all up underneath the house. 'Cause I don't want no snakes in my house. So I threw. We had them thrown all up underneath the house, and then Michael said, "Do you want me to put some under the bed?" I said, "I don't want to smell them things."
You know,
Three girls
I
said, "Amy, what did
got
you do?"
recently too. What was it over the weekend or whatever? Yeah, we
Mhm.
had a snake out in the front yard.
We have mothballs. They're about to go outside tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the next step.
We one time already this, let's say a couple weeks ago, there was a copperhead, baby copperhead. Like my storm door is like this much off the ground, but you got to step up so it still couldn't get into my house. It was laying right there underneath the storm door.
Oh God.
Oh my lord.
Amy did nothing. Amy sat in here away from it and told Lainey to kill it. And then I sat in here and listened to Lainey scream about 40 times before she actually got the job done. No, I didn't, buddy. And I probably don't want to.
Rob said he sent me a picture. Look at Rob's grandbaby, everybody. Ain't she precious?
Oh, what a little cutie.
That's little
Aw.
Elena.
What a little cutie. See, she doesn't take after Rob at all.
She is adorable.
That's called payback, Rob.
Wait,
Okay.
what? A snake? April and them found a snake. We found a spider. What kind of spider?
Lane just sent me a picture of the spider and said this was on my grandma's desk. Ooh,
Which is in her room.
yeah. Which was the room I stayed in.
Imagine how many more are in there.
Shut up. Oh, that's awesome, Rob.
Ooh. Amy's ignoring you, G-Paul.
Hey guys, I
how many
hate
more?
to tell you this, but my dad said this, and so many other Southerners say this. If you see a snake or a spider, if you see one, there's got a friend somewhere else, real close.
Exactly.
That friend's gonna get the boot too.
I was always told if you see a little one, there's a big one.
Yeah, like a baby bear, the mama's somewhere.
Our
That's what
little,
my dad.
when we still had our chihuahuas before they died, they would like run around the yard in the woods because I live back in the woods, and they would come walking back up and lay a. They would kill a copperhead, baby copperhead, and lay it right on our doorstep.
Jan said, "Can she see the picture of his granddaughter again?"
Yeah,
I can't wait to see that vlog, Rob. That's
that
gonna be so cute.
But
It just seems like only yesterday we were all kind of guessing to when she was gonna have the baby, and
yeah.
it does not seem like it's been that long. Oh
This
my
is
gosh,
his
she's adorable.
grandbaby. This is little Miss Elena.
She is adorable.
She is beautiful.
She's got her
Jan, she
papa
looks nothing like her grandfather,
too.
so she's really cute.
Yeah, she's got Rob wrapped around.
She got him wrapped around every finger.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's easy for them to do. Easy.
I can't wait.
I'm just waiting for Twinkie to say, "I'm gonna be a grandma."
I know, I can't wait either. Spoil them and send them home, and then call and say, "Never mind, bring them back."
Exactly, because you're gonna say, "Let me go tonight. Y'all go do something."
I love being a grandmother. Love it.
Which Kylie, she hasn't stayed all night in a couple of weeks. I'm starting to miss her. They were over here the other day, and Cam was on top of the swing set out there, on the very top. For what reason, I don't know. They always like to do something they're not supposed
Yeah.
to.
Did you see the picture of my son I posted on Twitter?
No, ma'am, I sure didn't.
Oh, I posted him a picture of Matthew holding Elijah. You'll get to see him though, definitely, because he's definitely going to come out paranormal
James.
exploring with me. And he said, "I'll act like I'm real scared, Mum. Like put the camera in me, I'll go, oh, Michael, like you're an idiot."
I was a grandma. My birthday was the 15th. I was a grandma. If Kylie would have come 4 hours sooner, she would have been born on my birthday. I had just
Wow.
turned 42, and let's see, 24 hours later, I was a grandma.
James, you definitely would have a lot of explaining to do.
Yeah, a lot.
Your daughter is 24, right, Joe? Aww.
But you just can't know what happen. That's why I can't wait for Twinkie to have one too.
That is so cute.
Look
Yeah,
at
she's got
Rob.
you wrapped, Rob.
Yeah, she's got Rob wrapped. Look,
Yeah, that is beautiful.
she's got you wrapped bad.
Good night, Jody. Love ya.
Good night, Jody.
Hi,
Good
JC.
night, Jody. We love you. Hey, JC, how are you?
Hi, JC. That is so. She really is a cute baby. She's beautiful.
I told my daughter one time, I said, if I knew grandchildren were this great, I'd have had them first.
I know.
That's
Tell me about it. I know exactly how you feel, Troy. That's what I tell my kids. If I knew that these grandkids were going to be so wonderful, I would have skipped you and just had the grandkids.
And they don't lie when they say the darndest things.
Oh,
No,
yeah. Yeah, you never know what they're going to say. It's amazing.
Savannah went with her niece they did the walk around town today. They went to the post office, the fire department, the police station, all that stuff. And Savannah went with her niece that's in kindergarten. And the police were asking, "Can you tell me what all cops do?" And all the kids were saying, "You take bad guys, you know, whatever." And then he got around to my niece. Well, it's not my niece, but I call her my niece. And Savannah said she looked right at him and said, "You arrest my daddy?"
Oh my Lord.
Oh my
Said the
God.
teachers were all like blood red, and Savannah said all she could do is just turn around and look the other way.
That is funny.
Daddy.
Do
You're
you
lucky,
remember?
bro.
I don't know if y'all remember it. There used to be a show called "Kids Say They Say the
Yeah,
Darndest
kids say the darndest things. Yeah.
Yeah. They do actually.
You never know what's coming out of Kylie's mouth.
Hi, Rudy.
Tell Rudy we said hello and haven't seen him in forever.
Hey, Rudy.
Is he
Yeah,
on here?
very cute.
And then I was like, how come they never come to us and ask us to go on the show? When we were little. It probably was a good thing though. And then they some of your most embarrassing. G Paul, what was your most embarrassing moment? Well, one of your most embarrassing moments.
Ain't had,
Huh?
ain't had one yet.
You ain't never had an embarrassing moment.
Nope.
Give it time. You're going to be in Tennessee with the Twinkies.
Yeah.
Hi, Michael.
Y'all yeah, Twinkie, we have to, y'all don't forget, we still got to get it to 5,000.
Yes,
And we only needed like 900 more.
without my help.
Twinkie's done been to Facebook jail twice.
Twice.
See, I'm committed to the job of getting Twinkie egg or G-Paw egged. Me and Twinkie
got me egged.
we're already going to be egged. But we've got to get G-Paw egged.
And we're up to 4,000. I forget what it is now.
The first time I only got kicked off for commenting on post. This time I got kicked off of Messenger and Facebook for several hours. And I think next time will probably be a 90-day block. So I'm not going to do that no more.
Gee, have you seen some of the stuff I post? And I haven't been put in jail yet. Holy crap.
It ain't
Maybe
it
a
ain't
bit more lenient down here.
What, JC? What, my fingernails?
Amy has been posting so fast that she's over abusing. I mean, when you do over 150 posts in 2 minutes flat, yeah, you get banned for a little bit.
Joe, was that your most embarrassing moment, Joe? She said, walking into a sign by a store, knocked it over. Everyone started staring at me.
Ooh, Rob, that's a good idea. Maybe we should do some games like that in Tennessee. The Ellen DeGeneres games. I love it. I love that 5-second deal where you have to name 3 things in 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's fun.
I love that.
We'll have to think about that. We got prizes. All right, KJ, what is your most embarrassing moment?
Oh my God, I've had so many. I think my most embarrassing moment is I had a friend who was I have friends that are DJs, and I went to see him one night, and because he used to do the graveyard shift, and we used to go and hang out there and keep him company because the radio station was actually haunted, and I had not had a drink, this when I was young and I used to drink, and I didn't have a drink, and I walked outside and I tripped over in front of all my friends, every one of them, and they just turned around to me and they said, KJ, you're not even drunk, man. I'm like, I know, and I couldn't even get up because I just started laughing. So the boys picked me up, made a seat with their arms and carried me to the car, which is even worse. This is in the middle of the city, right? And everybody could see me, and they're yelling out, and she's not even drunk. She's not even drunk.
Michael said my most embarrassing moment is when I was playing ball, was running around the bases and tripped over it.
That would not be funny, Michael.
Okay, Troy, it's your turn.
I was sitting here thinking about that. I asked Martin if she had. Do you have one?
No, I try to forget that stuff. I'm thinking.
Let's see. Golly. What have I done? I've done a lot of things. Well, I tell you, when I was working at grocery store, I was stocking the shelves, and I came very close to elbowing a little old lady in the head.
Oh no.
That was, I was like, I didn't see her. She just came up right behind me, and I was started to turn, and as I did, she would just backed off just a little bit, enough to where I missed her.
Oh
So
no.
that wasn't good. I remember.
Okay, I got one. This was not with Troy, but it was a holiday of some sort, and I was with another person. Anyway, they they said Walmart is giving away free. It was like free samples of makeup or something. Walmart of all places. Never heard of that happening in my life after I thought about it. But anyway, you have to. He heard it from a friend, something like that. I don't remember the exact story. And I go and look around the makeup area. Nobody's there. And so anyway, he gets on the phone like he's talking to his friend, and he said, "Oh, you have to go ask the manager for Ama Dumas." And I was like, "Really? Go to this manager." Do y'all get it already? Y'all get it was
Oh
April Fool's.
my.
That's the joke. Yeah, that was when it was. It's I'm a dumbass is what I was telling the manager, and I asked, and they actually got another manager involved. It was hilarious after the fact.
Oh,
But we were in a
God.
crowded Walmart, and he was doing this to me.
Oh my lord.
I'd have
Did you
killed him.
kill him? Yeah, I would have killed him. I would have. Excuse me. I'm just going to go and murder my friend.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell y'all if he's still alive or not. No, I'll do that.
I've got to try
I
that
would
one.
I would have said to him,
That is a
"Hey,
good
let's
idea, ain't it?
go to a spooky cemetery," and then he would have. You could just like you would
Let's
have.
see how
He
many
would have.
people we can
I
get to
would
do
have
it in
cut him.
Tennessee.
Okay. We're gonna see how many people we get to do it in Tennessee.
Oh,
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, Twinkie, your turn.
What?
What's your most embarrassing?
God, I've probably had more than anybody,
Well,
but
you can tell a few if you want to. If anybody else has got any more, you can tell more than me.
I guess I don't know. My most embarrassing, I think, is whenever I broke my wrist that time, and then had to explain it over and over again to everybody how it happened.
Well, explain. Some people on here don't know.
Okay, I'm scared of snakes. Everybody knows this.
Mm.
I was mowing my backyard, and it had grown up quite a bit. And I was mowing my backyard, and as I was coming back up doing one of the strips, I seen a snake's head. And so I took off running, and where our driveway was right there by it, it was gravel.
Yep.
And we're all outside working in the yard or whatever. I take off running, I fall, break my wrist. Come to find out, it was actually a frog
Oh no!
and not a snake. And everybody see me like literally do a flip trying to get away from this deathly frog.
Oh no, that's horrible.
I'm sorry, Twinkie.
It was not funny at the time.
I'm sure it wasn't funny at the time.
It actually, if you look at a frog's head, it looks like oh my God, it doesn't look like a snake at all.
Yeah, but it does when you're mowing the lawn and it's sticking out of the grass.
Yeah.
I'll stick up for you. It's all good.
I had to repeat that story over and over again just so people could laugh.
I know. It sounds like when I broke my toe. That was crazy too. I was.
How about mine? Well, I've got a couple because I'm always embarrassing myself. Twinkie and them know this one. I've never been to the beach, and that where I was raised, there's a little community beach that's not very big at all. That's the only kind of beach I'd ever been to. Well, went out there and was playing on the water and stuff like that, and a boat had come by and a bunch of waves had started coming in. Well, they'll knock you over.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a couple people sitting on the beach, don't know them, and a big wave come and knocked me down. You know how to bring you all the way back to shore?
Yep.
Well, it brought me back to shore, all right. My face went right in between a man's legs.
Oh
Did not know him from Adam.
no!
When I looked it up, he just had a big smile on his face. I was like,
I'm sure he did.
oh God. The other one that I have is, I guess I was like 16 years old and went to church. And the preacher's son, he was like in his early 30s. And I had a dress on and I walked out of the bathroom and I started going back up so I could go sit down. The preacher's son jumps up behind me. My dress was up in the back, tucked into my pantyhose,
Oh no.
going through the church like that. You talk about embarrassed. And then the preacher's son, he didn't tell me. He just grabs my dress and pulls it. I was like, what the? I was getting ready to say, can I get an amen? That was embarrassing.
I have another one, guys. It's a
Oh,
throwback,
she's
like
thinking
your.
of something now.
Yeah, because once you start remembering them.
Can they hear me? Okay. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Troy messes with this thing. I didn't know if the microphone was off. Okay, and this was one of my first jobs, so this was a long time ago. And you guys know how some of our body parts kind of sound alike. And I was young, and I had just come back from, I think my senior, like beach trip. Like everybody in North Carolina goes to Myrtle Beach for the after in the summer. So I had just come back, and someone said like at my job, they were like, "Oh, you have such a good tan or something. You must have gone to the beach." And I said, "Yeah." And while I was there, I got my cleavage pierced
Oh no.
instead of my cartilage pierced in my ear. Yeah. So I embarrassed myself really bad then. They corrected me too.
Um,
Oh
uh,
no.
another one is, when way back when you had babies, I know y'all men don't know nothing about this, but they used to give you an enema
Oh yeah.
when you had a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Kayla, I went in there to have her. They told me they had to give me an enema. Well, they had me so messed up on the medication and all that stuff because I don't know why, but I was messed up and I was in pain,
Mm-hmm.
and because it ain't kicked in full force yet, but it was getting there. And I was like, I was called. The doctor come in and said, "Did they give you an enemy yet?" I said, "Yeah, they gave me an enemy." It was an enemy. Don't ask me why I said enemy.
I would have said it too.
It is an enemy.
Those things are not fun.
No.
I was 3 sheets to the wind. It's like I was on my gabapentin.
You guys in the chat can tell us your embarrassing moments too, James.
Yes, please. Buddy said my embarrassing moment was splitting my shorts on a water slide. What did Brad and brother say?
He said, "Poor frog."
Oh, okay. Y'all tell us some of y'all's too. I'm still waiting for one from G-Paw.
Yeah, you can't tell me that you haven't had an embarrassing moment, G-Pa. You're romance in the stone.
Come on, Twinkie. I know you got some more. And Troy.
I know I got a bunch of them too. I just got to think of them.
I like embarrassing my kids. All the time.
Oh, Cody's good at that.
Like, when we're walking across the street, grabbing their hand and acting like I've got a really bad, like, mental disability.
Me and
Like that.
Twinkie.
Like,
Me and Twinkie got a picture of me and her holding up. What was we holding up Twinkies in the grocery store?
Taking selfies with them.
Yeah, we took a bunch of selfies.
my favourite one, did my kids have a tantrum in the supermarket. I love that one.
Did you throw a tantrum too?
Yeah, I love it.
Good Lord.
And I get a lecture before I go and behave. You're going to behave yourself, aren't you, Mum? I'm like, of course I am. I'm going to be a good mum. We get in there and there's like, I'll see something. I'll go, oh, look at that. And they go, yeah, it's nice, isn't it? I'm like, yeah, I want it. And they're going, well, you can't have it. And I'm like, oh, yes, I can. They go, no, you can't. I said, oh, yes. And I start, I want it now.
Oh no.
And I'm the mother. And I said, I want it now. Remember? Mum. M-U-M. I'm the boss. Buy it for me now. They buy it.
I need to try that.
I went to McDonald's with my son, and they had Alvin and the Chipmunks in the Happy Meals, and they had them sitting, you know, where you collect your food. They had them sitting on the window, and I saw him, and I'm like, oh, Matthew, and he's like, what, Mum? I said, look, Alvin and the Chipmunks. He said, Mum, come on. At the time, I was like 50. He said, you're 55. Get over it, Alvin and the Chipmunks. I'm like, I'm not. I really, 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 really want one. And he's like, well, you know, you can't have one because you're not a kid, right? You don't eat Happy Meals. I said, I'll eat anything if I can get an Alvin and the Chipmunks. Anyway, the girl, she's watching, and he's like, no, Mum, behave yourself, eh? Listen, how about if I get you an ice cream instead? And I'm going, no, I want an Alvin and the Chipmunks. Anyway, the girl hands him his food and stuff and hands him the dogs, Alvin and the Chipmunks. She said, here, give these to your poor mum. It's all upset. Matt's like, oh, my God. He went bright red. He's like, I'm never bringing you out for me ever again, Mum. Ever.
So KJ pitched a temper tantrum to get out with it.
I get away with it.
I gotta tell Lainey's most embarrassing moment and embarrass my child. But Rob said my most embarrassing moment will be in July. I'm sure it will be, Rob. But
Michael said another embarrassing moment. I was in the middle of Disney. My brother tripped me and I fell, and had hundreds of people turning around looking.
See, I can't go to Disney either. My kids won't take me to Disney because they'll say, you'll beat up Mickey Mouse, Mum. See, I'm the embarrassment now.
Lainey's gonna kill you, Twinkie, but go ahead.
I know she will, but she still hasn't lived this one down. When she was like 8, I think she was about 8 years old, Lainey always sang all the time. Everywhere we went, she was singing. And so we go into Arby's one day and we order our food. We're sitting down to eat and everything. And Lainey is done with her food. So she goes into the bathroom. And like 2 seconds into the bathroom, we start hearing the song over the radio. And it's like, but it doesn't sound, I mean, it sounds good, but it doesn't sound good. It's like, why are they playing this? And everyone in the restaurant's looking around, trying to figure it out. And then it hits me. Lainey's in that damn bathroom singing. So I go in there, open up the door. She's standing there by the mirror, whatever, washing her hand, and she's singing loud as can be. And you can hear her all over the restaurant out there. And Cody still, she will not eat at Arby's at all. You mentioned Arby's and she has a fit.
So Lainey's favorite restaurant is Arby's, huh?
Lainey loves Arby's bathroom, so she goes.
So we need to go to Arby's, right?
The acoustics are good in a bathroom, though.
I know.
It's really echoey and stuff.
But what was so bad is none of us realized that it was coming from the bathroom. We all thought it was on the radio. And I mean, everyone in that restaurant was looking around and like, what are they playing?
Hey, Mandy.
Hi, Mandy.
Come on, G-Paw. You gotta have at least one.
Arby's does have a good Reuben sandwich.
That's not a embarrassing moment.
I ain't met a real
Joe,
yet.
James, do you have an embarrassing moment? Joe, Mandy,
And they don't always be anal, James.
JC, Jan.
Come on, y'all. Y'all got to have one. And Rob, you got to have one before. It ain't going to be just in Tennessee.
No, I just worked it out. Any embarrassing moments, I usually cause them.
I always catch Casey singing. She will take and go outside and have earbuds in her ears, listen to it, and she'll be, look, since we live back in the woods, but it echoes.
Yeah.
And she'll be singing her heart out. I've even caught her singing in her brush before. There was this time I farted.
In the pickup. Never happened before.
Oh, Lord.
In my pickup? Because I know that's happened several times.
I know Troy and G-Paul got to have a couple more.
Hope you did too, Mandy. Welcome back, JC. He's like, sure.
Hey, Sherry, my most embarrassing moment was when I was at the casino and I was walking. I smacked into a glass window and knocked myself out. Oh, my Lord.
I've walked into a glass window before as well. They clean them things so daggone good that it looks like it's daylight. Like
Yeah,
it
you
looks
can't
like you're just
see
walking through it.
I
Hey,
know.
Washington County News Station, Utah. Hello.
Hello, Washington County.
We are talking about most embarrassing moments. If you have one, please write it in here.
Hi, Sherry.
Miss Sherry, I worked
Hi.
my first day today. I am wore out. Troy's being awful quiet.
He is being quiet. He's probably thinking, I don't want to tell these people my embarrassing moments.
Rob says, okay, got one. It was with my mom. She almost got us kicked out of a NW restaurant.
New restaurant.
Mandy says every time I get drunk.
In a grocery store right now, Sherry. I remember also too in my younger years, my drinking years. I remember my friends. We were drinking vodka, and they didn't have orange juice. They only had the apple. I mean, what was it? The banana, orange juice.
Mm-hmm.
And we drank that, and we were playing a game called Drink. You couldn't say drink, drank, or drunk.
Mm-hmm.
I was losing bad. And I remember I was so drunk, and I you know how you get the dry heaves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I went to the front door. Okay, take it. I lived in the country, next to chicken houses in the country, and I went outside, and I was sitting there going, "Fresh country," and it stunk to high heaven. Plus, there was a skunk out there.
Oh.
And it just was not good.
No.
But that was embarrassing too.
Well, I could go on for weeks about embarrassing moments when I was drinking, but we won't do that. And we used to play Rink, Rank, and Runk all the time.
Yeah, when
I was pretty good at that game.
Yeah, we used to play spoons. We used to get a whole like a whole heap of spoon, like, you know, all your soup spoons and your dessert spoons, and you put them on the table, like in a pile, and you got to like, it's a bit like that, you know, where you pull the sticks out and the blocks fall down, and if they all fall over, you like, yeah, well, so you had to pull these spoons out without other ones moving, and you had to take, and if you moved one of the spoons, you had to have a shot of tequila.
I'd lose for sure.
Ooh.
And I tell you what, I played that for my kids a few times, and they've had to carry me to bed. I'm telling you.
We used to play a dice game called Three Man.
Thank you, Sherry.
Yeah, we used to play all sorts of drinking games, but that was when
I
I was
wouldn't,
drinking.
I wouldn't make it one round around the table right now playing Three Man.
Oh, me either.
And that stupid
Just the
game
smell of
called
alcohol.
Quarters.
Oh, I loved quarters, especially on a marble table. I was good
Girl,
at
I
that.
can't play it. I can't get no coin and no cup to save my life.
I was good at quarters.
No, I can't play that either. I can't get it.
My friend Kim had a marble coffee table, and I loved that thing. It was like perfect for quarters.
Oh, A&W restaurant. My mom stood on a bench and tried to what?
Oh my lord!
My mom stood on the bench and tried to water their dry plants. Andrew came out and asked her what she was doing. Oh my lord!
Shapo ball is fun when you're drunk. What is shapo ball?
I've never heard of that either. Oh wait, when I was 15, I was wearing white shorts and went to the mall. Well, this lady said she loved my tie-dye shorts. I was like, what is she talking about? Well, that
Ah,
was horrifying.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
that's happened to me too, Sherry.
Yeah.
I had on a white skirt. I went for a job interview. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Was not a happy camper.
Oh Lord.
I got a good one from a friend of mine. Okay, so he's young. He's in his early 20s, and he met this girl online, and so he met her at a restaurant. Didn't know she was pregnant at all, right?
Oh my
So they
Lord.
go in and they eat. They come back out and go to his truck, and they're just sitting there talking, and all of a sudden, she rolls the window down. He said, well, "What's wrong? Are you hot or something?" She said, "No, I'm just having gas issues."
Oh
And
no.
oh Lord, so I mean, it said it just kept going on and on. He said he just had to take her home. He said it was the worst thing he ever dealt with in his life. But it was awful. And I told him, I said, yeah, maybe I might want to know people a little better before you go out with. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
just, yeah, that was crazy. Oh God, bless his
Especially
heart.
meeting them online.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm like, at least ask some questions before you go meet somebody. At least get some idea about what's going on. So, yeah, that was kind of crazy for him.
Wait, hold on. How did we meet?
Good
We knew
night,
each other in high school.
JC.
Good night, JC.
Hi, Ghost.
Hi guys.
Hey, Ghost Hunter.
My sister made some chocolate chip cookies once, and I had got into them.
Oh
Come to find
no.
We did that at work.
out. It serves you right,
Hi,
buddy.
Dustin.
Hey, Dustin. We were at work and we were having our
Hi, Dustin.
department was having a dinner, and somebody had took before we could go to break, somebody had from down in the other department came in. They ate all our food that we had up there. So this girl said, "I'll fix them." So the next day she made a chocolate cake and brought it up there, and she filled it full of X-Lax. And the bathroom was really busy that day. And she didn't get in trouble. She says, "Well, they should have ate my food." What does the title mean?
Jan's Life wants to know if she can come up on the panel.
Who?
Jan's Life Journey.
Sure. I don't know her email. Do you, Twinkie?
No. Jan, you'll have to send me your email.
Congratulations, JC. I bet you're glad it's the last day of school.
Oh, and then graduation.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
Congrats.
You just got home. You're not supposed to provoke anything, Dustin.
But he does that, see? Dustin.
I seen it, Rob. That was me saying, oh my Lord.
And then it said,
Marnie's got a good story for you guys. What she heard today in the yard. Tell them about that.
Oh yeah. So I was outside mowing, and I took a break. Just I don't know why, but it was really quiet. Nobody was like home from work, no cars out in the yard, and I hear car keys jingling. Y'all, everybody knows that sound.
Yep.
And nobody's around. Our neighbors do not live close enough for us to hear car keys that loud. And so I like walk, around a little bit, doing whatever I was doing, and I hear it again. And I'm looking all around. It sounds like someone is right near me jingling their car keys. It was so bizarre. And I forgot to say anything to Troy because, I got finished mowing the yard, came inside, did dinner, everything that we all do in the evenings. And then I said, oh, yeah. And the land that we have our house on is where his grandparents used to have a home, sort of. It's part of that property. And so we have a lot of bizarre things happen here and there. And so I asked him if he knew about some keys jingling.
Well, where she was at and where she told me is where my grandfather used to work on cars and stuff.
Oh,
So
wow.
possibility. And then also my oldest daughter had told me that when she was younger, she would see a guy in a top hat walk through her room just in a repetitive motion. Never bothered anything, just would walk back and forth, and you could see it with a top hat. So I really don't know who. I've asked my mom. I said, "You know anybody in the family that might have had that?" And she said, "No, nobody she knew wore a top hat." So it's kind of strange. But when she said she saw heard those car keys earlier, I thought, yeah, I gotta do some outside. I'm not going to do it inside. I'm going to do it outside the house and do an investigation on it.
Right.
Yeah,
Wow.
definitely.
Yeah. That was
Hi,
strange.
Gary.
Was Troy, was your
Gary,
that land was that ever a plantation?
I mean, it could have
It
been.
could have been. It's been in my family since I want to say maybe the 30s and 40s, maybe.
But it
Mm-hmm.
also could have been
So
we're in Cherokee area, so Cherokee Indians, and
Oh, okay. Yep.
right where
could
the
be.
Civil War was fought, it
Mhm.
comes right through our area.
Yeah, so it could have been
Uh,
a lot of things. It
yeah.
could be family, or it could be. I mean, not the top hat person. I don't know about, but the
Yeah. Well,
keys
see,
could.
when you said the top hat person, I got straight away plantation.
Yeah, possibly. So I'm thinking well before my family ever settled on this land.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it's got and like she'd tell me, it was just in a repetitive motion. It just kind of walked through her room, from like one side of her room to the other, and then
Yeah.
it'd be like at about the same time every evening. Just walk right
Yeah.
through. I've
yeah,
yet to see it. I've been in that room. I've yet to see it myself, but Caitlin will see apparitions. She'll see shadows all the time, and it
Yeah.
doesn't bother her or anything. But it's just she's better at seeing them than I am.
Yeah. Younger people are usually
Yeah,
because they're a
yeah.
lot like they've still got that little they've got innocence there and they've got no fear of like anything. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's that little bit of
Yeah,
innocence they've got.
yeah. So I mean, so she's in her 20s now. So I guess it was, she's very young when she started seeing. I mean, she started
Yeah.
seeing my grandparents that died
Yeah.
when she was like 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah.
So from then
My
on, she's
grandson
seen them
sees
ever
my
since.
granddad. My grandson sees my mum and my grandfather all the time, and he's
Mhm.
4.
Yeah,
Oh wow,
it's
yeah.
interesting. I mean,
Mm.
um,
Yeah, the kids pick it up.
yeah, kids and dogs and cats pick up stuff. I mean, we can see our
Oh, yeah, our
little
dog
Malty
barks at the
poodle
wall all
will,
the time.
yeah, she'll stand there
Yeah.
and stare at things sometimes, and I'm like, what are you looking at? There's nothing there. So,
Yeah.
that animals will see it and kids will see it.
Kids will
Yeah,
see it.
it's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Because he started saying to his mum, "Mum, I keep seeing Freddie," and she's like, "Who's Freddie?" And he said, "He's just like his little old man." And she said, "Well, okay." And then he said, "Oh, I saw Margaret last night," and that's my mum's name. And
Oh,
he doesn't know. Like we always
yeah.
refer to them as like his great grandpa and great grandma, And and then she said to him, "What do they look like?" And he started explaining. Anyway, his dad come over to visit because they're separated. And she said, tell Dad about it. And he started, and he said, oh, geez, that's Nana's, that's Grandma's mum and Grandma's granddad that you're seeing. Oh, okay. So he talks about them all the time. Freddie and Margaret, he's always talking about. And he said, do they say that you have to call them great grandparents? He goes, no, they just say, call me Freddie and Margaret. Yeah, pretty amazing, huh?
Jan, I had sent you a link.
Yeah, I sent one too.
But my mum used to always say the reason that little children like under the age of like 10, you know, see spirits and stuff is because they haven't been out of heaven for very long.
What was that?
Sirens.
Yeah, there's a police station. Like I'm sitting outside because it's really hot today, and there's a police station and a McDonald's, and there's traffic lights. So they put the traffic lights on to go to and from the police station, so they can get
Ghost Hunter said my spirits have gotten a little more physical. I had a St. Augustine sign hanging on my wall, mounted so it could not fall at all. It fell on one side till it hung from the other. It was hanging and stuck to the lip of the nail, and there was no way it could have moved, not even by vents.
Awesome, Gary.
Another odd occurrence, I keep seeing pinpricks of strange light next to my bed at night, next to my closet door, not TV or mobile device.
I seen a thing on that paranormal caught on camera where a guy had a divot box, and he was, I guess, sitting in his office or whatever. Anyway, so he decides to open it, and all it's in there is a crystal, a big old huge crystal. Well, after he opened it, his plaque of YouTube falls off the wall. He ends up having to leave his home and go stay with, I think, his brother or something for a few days. But whatever was in that divot box apparently was being held in there by that crystal. And when he opened the box, it let that spirit.
Yeah.
That's why I don't mess with none of that stuff.
Yeah.
You don't ever know what's inside, or
Yeah.
I mean, it's locked up inside for a reason.
Yeah. Well, say some divot boxes are like fake, they're not real, and they don't have nothing attached. And then how do you know which ones do and which ones don't?
You could have a paper clip that has an attachment, is what a lot of people are not understanding. You know, they say that everything's fake that you do with paranormal. I mean, you could have a pin laying there during an investigation or whatever, and it could attach itself to that pin.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
If something's locked up for, I think it should stay that way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, especially those divot boxes are like sealed with wax, like because I've seen like the ones Omar and all them cracked open, and they are sealed to stay sealed.
Yeah.
They're not sealed to for someone to come along and open them.
Right.
So no, I don't know.
The way I look at it is, when you go on an investigation, you put yourself out there. You know what to expect. Well, really, you don't know what to expect because you're walking in blinded, honestly. Yeah. But to take something that somebody else is, and you really don't know nothing about it, you can't research it really.
No. Check the messenger, Jan.
Why put yourself in that predicament to where you don't know what you're letting in your home or
exactly.
Especially with the divot box, they can get a backhoe, dig a big deep hole, drop that sucker in.
Don't permit it.
Yep. And that's why, we tell a lot of people, do not provoke a spirit.
No. That's why I don't like that. Sorry. I'm sorry, everyone, but that's why I don't like Zach Baggins. Because he gets in there, he cusses at them, he calls them cowards and stuff. Like, wake up to yourself, sunshine. You're a clown. Okay?
That to
folks.
me, that is disrespecting somebody that's passed on.
Absolutely.
That's somebody's family member.
Exactly. You know, I mean, I bet you he wouldn't stand there. I know he wouldn't stand there in front of me and cuss me out, whether I'm dead or alive.
KJ, I don't think anybody would stand there and cuss you out.
No
Well, you know
problem.
that one that Zach did in Ohio, I think, where he bought that haunted
Mhm.
house and he stayed all
Yes.
night in it and he
Yeah.
provoked it. It ended up hurting his vision to where he
Yeah.
had to permanently wear glasses. So, I mean, there's one way of doing it. I mean, you
Okay,
can try
Sherry.
to encourage a spirit to talk to you, but if you try to provoke it, it could be
Yeah.
bad.
Well,
Now,
you know,
when he first started, he was really good. Then there was several seasons there that I just didn't even watch it because he got so bad. But now, after a lot of the things that happened to him, I think he's finally opened up because now, the last season, I've seen a total change in him.
yeah.
Like now they're trying to debunk more stuff. They're trying to, he seems a lot more calmer. But of course, if something like that happens to you, you're gonna realize what they can do.
Oh, yeah. You know, you just got to be so, like April said, just no matter whether a person's dead or alive, respect takes you a long way,
Me
gets you a
and
long way.
Twinkie say that all the time, and nothing irritates me more than, especially like when you're doing spirit box sessions and stuff like that. People are there for closure. They're there for
Yes.
answers. They're not
Yes.
there for somebody to be sitting there in the chat hackling at the spirits. I know, we'll say, okay, come on, spirits, we need you to, or whatever, but don't disrespect them.
No, you can encourage them. You know, people would like to speak to you, and if you're there, be nice because they need to talk to you. But start like he used to say some really nasty things to him. Like I'd be
Yeah.
like, "You're an idiot, mate."
Please be careful doing that, Dustin.
Yeah.
You, Dustin, Dustin's just a terror.
Well, I actually was in a cemetery back in the fall, and I can't remember the name offhand, but he was a sergeant in the military, and it came through the ghost box. His name, Sergeant. I finally found his grave, and I guess he was just basically trying to say, "Hey, maybe hey, how you doing?" or
Mhm.
whatever.
Yeah.
And that those things are kind of cool. But you don't know what is like a family member who's
Right.
going to be okay or what's a demon. So
Right.
what I heard at Riverside Cemetery coming through that ghost box with that weird sound, that breathing sound, that to me was demonic. So you got to be careful. It's good to encourage, but I think like Zach Baggins, I think what he was doing, I think what he does is just try to entertain,
Yeah.
Yes.
and it just then that's why people say it's fake or he's fake or whatever because he's just trying to entertain too much.
Well, whether he's fake or not, the places that he goes to is not. So whether it's in a script or not, he's sitting there yelling and hollering at them. They're listening.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh yeah, he's going to do something one day he's not going to want to ever do again.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, like you said, we all of us watch Omar and stuff. And those guys don't provoke, and they still get stuff thrown at them. They don't provoke like Lou and all them. They don't provoke anyone. It's like we come in peace, we come in respect. Next thing you know, they got a can thrown at them or a stone. So imagine if they went in there and said, "Hey, you stupid ghost, blah blah blah," they'd end up getting I don't know, something broken.
And it doesn't have to be a specific place. You can be out in the middle of a barren field, nothing around you, and there'd be spirits.
Exactly. Hey, Dan.
Hi,
Hi.
Jamie.
I wanted to come up, if it's okay. My most embarrassing moment was I was working night shift at Hill's department store, and I worked with 21 men besides the boss. And I had told everybody I just feel something's going to happen tonight. And we were, moving to gondolas, which is that shelving unit that holds the merchandise. Okay, and the boss was just looking at me like I was a weirdo. And I looked at one of the guys. I said, "This is not right." He was trying to get us to move, those long things that hold the shelving units that hold like the sheets and that. And he wanted us, instead of taking all the merchandise down, just to move. There was enough guys there that night to move the whole thing. And I said, somebody's going to get hurt. And he says, it's not going to happen, Jan. Nothing's going to happen. So he put 3 of us on one end, 3 of us on the other end, and 3 of us in the middle, and 3 of us on the other end. And he said, on the count of 3, move it. So he counted 3, we moved it. The whole gondola fell. And one of the guys got hurt really bad.
Oh, no.
Now, you know how big a department store is. I had to run from the back part of the store to the top of the store to get a big thing of ice before the ambulance got there. So I ran down there. I had like 2 big bags of ice, and not thinking, because I was so nervous that one of the guys had gotten hurt. We had one of the guys in a wheelchair. I stuck the whole bag, one of the bags of ice, right on this guy's crotch. I was so nervous, and he's trying, because he had a head injury plus one of his legs, and I was so nervous about this other guy too. And he's tapping my leg. His name was Chris, and he goes, Jan. And I says, what? Real nervous, like. He says, you're freezing me. And I says, on what? He says, between my legs. And I was so embarrassed, Besides, I had gotten hit in the head myself.
Oh, no.
But I wasn't worried about myself. I was worried about the one guy and him, which, thank God, they were all right. But I wish that, the boss would listen. I had that feeling. But that was, I wasn't even thinking, how you're just so, the whole, it was like a 25-pound bag of ice right on his crotch.
Oh,
No.
Wow.
And the one, this is kind of cute. This happened to me the other night. Now, our weather up here is crazy. Now, tonight it's like between 36 to 46 in temperature and rainy here. And I was talking to my niece she's my great niece online, and she could see me just like I'm talking to you guys. Well, that night the apartment was really warm, so I had a tank top on, and it was down really low. And my sister, well, she's not my blood sister, she's my extended family. Now Liliana, her house is filled with people. Aunt Jan's talking to me naked. And I mean, she's like 4 years old, but her running around in her apartment saying Aunt Jan is naked, and I know everybody there, and everybody's cracking up. Well, that doesn't sound like Jan, and I'm hollering, for heavens to Betsy, Liana, stop! I got her shirt on, see, and it was so funny. I mean, it was like my face was beat red.
Oh,
I mean, kids, I'll tell you. But it was embarrassing. I don't know if we had any other ones really, but the ice done it all. It was funny. And to this day, this guy cracks up every time he sees me, and it's like, please forget about it, But
That's what you call ISO. What is it called? What is it? Ice on the rock. What is ice on the rock?
They talk about on the rocks. Laugh out loud.
Yeah, and he says that's the best thrill I got in ages.
Oh my Lord!
Like,
oh,
I mean, it's like, oh my gosh, it was funny though, because everybody just looked at me like, like, why is Chris hollering at her? Just, but till this day, I mean, this is way back in '91. He still remembers it. He goes, here comes the best thing that ever
And
happened.
you're probably hard to forget.
Oh, I bet.
And it's like, you know, it's
Oh,
the best
hang
thing
on,
that
my
ever.
son's just calling me. I'll be back soon.
Okay.
Okay.
But I think that was the most stupidest thing. You know, it was embarrassing, but I never thought he'd remember that. You know, but
Can I make an announcement on here, Twinkie?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I don't think he's watching or anything right now, but the 23rd is Rich's birthday, the still one. So I am making a video. If anyone wants to send a small video saying happy birthday to him, anywhere from like 10 to 30 seconds, something like that, just send it to my Facebook Messenger or to my email.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
you got it.
And I'd like to have them at least by Monday.
Okey-doke.
That way it gives me a couple of days.
All right. Ghost Hunter. That's funny. So it only happens when you're either on mine or Amy's stream.
On paranormal related streams. Maybe it's because she can sense that's what we do or something.
And we do it for the good. We try to help people.
Oh, thank you, KJ.
We try to help people as much as we can. Like Amy said, to get closure.
Yeah.
You
That's the
know,
best way to do it.
we don't promise anything when we do what we do, but if we can, it's great.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes, you know, it's just like I feel the one time I thought I heard my mom's voice come over, but I wasn't too sure. But just to think that you heard that makes your heart feel better, you know?
Yes. Exactly.
Mhm. All right, Rob, we love you. Have
Good
a
night,
bratty
Rob.
brother.
Love you.
Bratty brother.
I
Oh, I
agree.
can.
Sometimes people they need that last.
Mm-hmm.
They need something, and you know, I remember the first time I heard a lot of my family on spirit boxes and stuff, and just I don't know. I wish I could have captured the look on my face because I know it was like amazed, because I don't know. People just need that, and that's the good thing about it is, if they can hear their family or get a question answered or something like that, sometimes that's all people need to carry on.
Mm-hmm.
And see, God gives us a purpose in life, and if this was our purpose to help people, then that's a big blessing.
Oh, definitely, definitely. And I think too with the spirit box too, just hearing part of on the other side, knowing that there's still a little bit of connection, maybe, that you can kind of, knowing that they're all right. That's the
Right.
best thing.
And do you guys ever think about, and it's probably a weird thought, but do you guys ever think about, we're sitting here on this side of the spirit box, what it must be like for them on that side of the spirit box to hear us?
Good night,
Yeah.
Jenna. We love you.
Like as amazed as we are to be able to hear them, I wonder what they feel like to hear us.
Yeah, and I wonder if they hear us like we hear them.
Right. Like
Mhm.
the static and
see, I get sometimes I get this like picture in my head of like total darkness, and then there's a little bitty light way up there, and they're edging their way toward it so they can talk to us.
yeah.
I get that picture in my head a lot.
Yeah.
Well, can I say something really quick? Way I feel about I call it afterlife because I was in a coma, and as coming out of a coma, when I was in a coma, I seen this really bright, and it was, I mean, the brightest light that I've ever seen on this earth. I mean, it was blinding, and I, I actually seen the shape of my mom standing there, and just to see the shape of her. Everybody tells me it could have been somebody else, but you know the feeling when you see
Yeah.
your loved one.
Yeah. It's not just the look; it's the feeling. I
Mhm.
agree with that.
And I'll never forget that as long as I live. And just thinking that we're not that far from them and they could feel our energy. And, you know, when I went to the hospital, the EMTs said that they didn't even think I was going to make it to them. And every day he came in, he walked past to see if I was there. And I made it through, but seeing this bright light and knowing that we're not that far, and knowing that there's like our energy, they could feel us. They can feel when we're near. We could, if you can use your abilities that God has given you. Sometimes I feel like it's a curse sometimes because it's it's a weird feeling, but yet it's a comfort feeling. You know, being able to hear and feel, which some people didn't realize that, but you can, if you're with your abilities and you can feel this, and I more so now since I came out of the coma, and it's it's a real awesome feeling, and I'll never forget after that, and it was in April's stream. And I told my mom, you know, I have her ashes in my house, and they're arm reach now. And I told her, Mom, please, I would love to hear your voice one more time. And I've been saying this for the longest time. And one night I was feeling down, and it just brought so much peace to me, you know. And I think it does a world of good when people can just have that one more touch, that one more feeling, and being that close. And it's an awesome feeling, but it's not like today. You can take, you know, your phone calls, and somebody could leave a message, you can keep that message on your phone for a long time. But our love, you wish that you kept your voice on something so you could hear them when you want them close. And with a spirit box, you can hear it. You know, if you really, somebody says, well, it's all in your head. But it's no, people can hear their family members.
Yeah.
And people don't realize that.
And a lot of time, if you know, if it comes to doing spirit box, and you get at least a validation of things that nobody else knows but you, I mean, that's validation for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And, you know, it's a gift that he has given us, you know, and everybody says, you know, why do we have, I've heard it on different panels in different streams, why do we have this gift? And it's like, it's a special gift that he has given us, you know, and there's a lot of people, if you mention it to people, they think you're downright nuts. But if you can, go ahead.
I'm psychic too. I get it all the time, but I don't. You know, that's, you know, God gave me this gift to help people, not to put anybody down, not to make them, not to hurt them. You know, like I've been called a witch and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, well, you know, burn me at the stake. I don't care. You know, and it's sometimes, and you know, and I agree with you, Jan. Sometimes being psychic is a real pain in the tushy.
It sure is.
Because you just don't get any peace and quiet sometimes. You know.
You literally have to tell them, you won't let me have sleep.
I really have to hand it to you, KJ, because you know I know Twinkie and Lainey have about the same gifts or whatever, and I see what Lainey, goes through with her stuff sometimes.
Mhm.
But for you to take on all the feelings, you know, of everything that's around you, I really don't see how you keep your sanity, and you do such an amazing job with your gift.
Thank
Good
you.
night,
I'm
great girls.
for that.
Sometimes it gets a little bit overwhelming. I have to because I do Reiki as well, so I have to do I meditate and do some Reiki and that kind of
Mhm.
me. But there's like people say you don't go out very much, but when I go out with and there's like in a shopping centre and there's like 1,000 people. To me, there's 3,000 people.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And sometimes it can get a little bit in like hospitals. Oh man, I hate
Oh, I hate them.
hospitals are the most terrible thing. I went there one time. I was so ill. I was dehydrated. I almost went into a coma. And there's the lady beside me. She's dying. Right? I could hear her saying, "Someone help me, help me." And I said to the nurse, "Seriously, can you? I know that poor lady. She's probably dying and stuff." And he goes, "There's no lady there. She died an hour and a half ago." But I could hear her still calling out for help. And I'm like, so to me, it's like, seriously, the only place, I don't know how Jan feels, but the only place I don't feel or spirit activity is actually in a cemetery.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think now, KJ, that reminds me of something too. The one thing I really don't like going to is a funeral home because basically that's where you want to comfort people. And that my last funeral that I went to was one of my relatives, and I have a cousin that is really a smart butt, okay? And being there, it's not just like 30 people in there. There's tons of people there. And having my cousin stand at the end of his mother's casket, making faces at me, making me laugh while his mother had passed away. I was named after her, but I was trying to be serious and be there for my other cousins and my sister and my brother and my other sister. And there's my cousin, her son, at the end of her casket, making faces and making me laugh. Sometimes at that point, it's like, leave me alone. I don't want to hear. I don't want to see it. That's the truth. And I hate that. I hate funeral homes because of that.
I get it.
Can you
And
smell that?
every time someone dies in the family, the first thing they'd like, can you do the eulogy, KJ? I'm like, oh, do I?
No, I don't like it either.
But no one else will do it. And they're like, you believe in ghosts and you believe in the afterlife and you believe in paranormal and stuff, So, it's really good for you to do the eulogy because, you're so connected with the other side. And I'm like, oh, all right then. Because then no one will do it. Otherwise, you go to a funeral, the poor person, we're all sitting there, no eulogy. So someone's got to do it,
It's hard. Now, I don't know if everybody believes in crystals or anything.
Oh, you want to see my house one? Oh.
I have to carry, I carry a pouch with, rose
Oh, your
quartz
mojo.
in the
I call
court.
it, I've got one. I call it my mojo.
I carry it all the time. That, yep, I have one. So it's wrong. Sometimes it's a blessing, sometimes it's not. And
Right.
it's hard. It's really hard.
Oh Lord, ghost.
As soon as someone finds out you have a psychic ability, two Twinkies, and grandpa one. Oh, can you get in contact with my, fourth cousin who used to be related to my next door neighbour's father's dog's father-in-law's brother? I'm like,
Yep.
no. Oh, really? Why not? I said, because it's not. You can't. It's not a. What? It's not like I pick up the phone. Hi. I just wondered if I could speak to Charlie
Yeah.
Brown's brother-in-law's sister's dog's father's next door neighbour's brother-in-law. You know what I mean? It's just not. But then there's times when it's like when I was just talking to Troy, and he was talking about like the property he's on. I'm getting stuff through. It's not. I don't choose it. It chooses.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Troy needs to know this. So yeah, that's what I mean.
You're right.
But then there are times if, like when I read for you in April, I felt compelled to do that. You needed to know you needed to know that was a message for you that, I had no control over that. And
Yeah.
GPA, yes, I will get to you, I promise you. But I'd rather do it one-on-one, like I did with the Twinkies. Not with everybody in the room because it gets a bit distracting because there's a lot of oh, thank you. I do actually, Ghost. I love hugs. Oh, I'm a hugger-bugger. It's better for me to just be connected, because there's a lot of energies in the room.
Thank you,
And
G-Paul.
so I will connect. Oh, you got him. I will connect with you, G-Power, and like one-to-one. We'll do a hangouts and stuff, just you and I, and I'll do a reading for you and stuff. But no, it can get a bit crowded,
Yeah, I understand.
Life can get. I was out with when I was married to my husband, and we went to the bottle shop because he used to drink. And there was this girl there, and she was just had this lovely energy, and I said to her, I'm a psychic. She's like, oh, really? And I said, yeah. And I said, you've got a wood nymph with you. She said, yeah, I know. I've had her ever since I was born. I'm like, oh, I thought I was seeing things. She goes, no, it's all good. I know exactly. I'm like, because I see fairies and stuff. And it's like, you got a fairy around you? They're like, yeah, we know that. Yeah. Oh, thank God for that.
But you have so many people out there that are, and it's fine if they don't believe.
No, I don't mind.
It's fine if they don't believe, but when they start criticizing you, to me, you believe what you want to believe, and we'll believe what we want to believe, and just call it at that. But no, you get a lot of them out there that.
And my favorite saying: "Show me your evidence ghosts exist. Show me your evidence they don't."
Exactly.
Well, here's one of my crystals.
Oh, that's gorgeous. I love it.
People only believe what they think they have to believe.
Yeah.
There's a lot of closed-minded people that just don't. I think it's because they know if they actually believe it or they actually see it, they can never go back. At least now they're safe. They don't have to worry about it. But if something happens and they do see it, then it's done. They can't ever go back to not believing.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah. And some people my favorite person in the world is a skeptic.
Right.
I love them.
Well, skeptics are our best validation.
Yeah. And not because because it's just because you're very confrontational, KJ, and you like a challenge. I'm like, no. I like to have skeptical people and then tell them stuff and have them go, oh, maybe it is real, or oh, really? No one else but me and that person know that. And I said, oh, yeah. And then they say, well, now there is a reality there. It's like years ago they used to think the world was flat because they couldn't see it. But when you go and see a psychic or someone like you guys that prove that paranormal things are existing, you're changing people's perspective. They're starting to see the world as a round thing instead of a flat thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, we're always trying to debunk it first.
Yeah.
If anytime we find something, we always try to debunk it first because, we don't, I don't know how to.
We don't want to look like fools.
Yeah. That's
Two,
what you always should do is
we
debunk
still
it.
get excited when we get something. Like if I hear an EVP when I'm listening back to a video when I'm editing it, and I hear an EVP, I'm like jumping up and down, telling Lainey, "Come listen, Cody, come listen." You know,
Yeah.
tell me if this is what you're hearing. You know, I still get excited.
Hmm.
I do too.
But like,
You know,
like when we were up in Colorado in that tunnel, Twinkie, it was just me and that blue light.
Yeah,
We did everything we could
Yeah.
to figure out where that came from, and there's no explanation for it.
nope.
There was no car there.
When I,
That was no camera flare.
Mm-mm.
There was, no
It was
sun reflected off of no other lights. I just, we will do everything we can to try to figure out what it could be. But
mhm.
in the end, when you can't figure it out, it's got to be something. Whether people want to believe that it's a spirit or not, I mean, that's totally up to them.
mhm.
We're just putting out what we have found.
Yeah.
And you take it or leave it.
Exactly.
And see, we even go and ask other people before we even do
Yeah.
something. What do you see? What do you
Yep.
hear? We don't automatically. Well, I heard it, so that makes it so. We don't. We
Yeah.
ask other people. You can
Yeah.
ask G. Paul, Twinkie, George. We'll send them pictures if we find something. What do you see?
And we constantly go through videos, I know when we post a video or something like that, a lot of times we'll be on our group chat or something like that, and we'll be sending pictures back and forth of what we see, or little video clips of what we hear.
Yep.
And then we all sit there and try to figure out what it could have been other than what we think it is. So
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yep.
There's a lot more that goes into what we do besides just shooting a video
yeah.
or a live stream. There's a lot more into it.
And the hard part too, guys, is sometimes places we'll go to. I don't know about you all, but I can feel the emotions of the dead. It could be sad, it could be happy, it could be torturous or something. You can feel those
Yep.
things all around you. And then, like you say, you got skeptics who, I think I'm right. I think you're right, Amy, to say that people are afraid if they do realize that the paranormal is real or the spirits are real, it'll scare them to death.
Yep.
And they're afraid. That's what they're afraid of it more so than anything else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
teenage, I was trying to walk off. Teenage, I was together with. We were called in to do an investigation on this one apartment. Person was getting bothered with the noise and everything being moved, and he kept on seeing purple things in the room. And I had to ask my
Dan, you're cutting out a lot, and it sounds like a robot.
Yeah, I can't hardly understand her.
That's what I figured I'd tell her before she went through the whole story.
I'm going to the powder again.
Okay.
Okay,
I hate this new medicine.
it's her to stay.
Oh, not
So
good.
Gary said that he can feel Elizabeth standing near his door, staring at him. It's a little awkward. You have to tell her. You have to tell her, Ghost. Let her know that you're in control, not her.
Yep, exactly.
That she's in your area and that you're the boss.
Welcome back, Mandy. Yep.
Hey guys,
Because
we're going to hop off here and but thanks for having us up on the panel, guys.
You're more than welcome anytime. I'm
Nice
glad
to
you
meet
come
you,
in.
Troy.
Right,
Nice
God
to
bless
meet
y'all.
God bless you.
Thank you. Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night. But still, Ghost, you still have to let her know that when you want her there, she can come there. But if you're not wanting her there, until you say she can be there, you have to be in control.
Yeah, because it's your home. She's your home. It's your home. She's basically a visitor in your home. You know, and you wouldn't let any old person just wander into your house and stare at you. So whether they're, you know, on the other side or this side, you know, and we're alive, so we have precedent over the dead. And you know, and like I wouldn't walk into April's house and just stand there and stare at her. She'd probably beat the snot out of me and throw me out the door. But you know, she's got to show you as much respect as you show her.
Exactly.
You can't get too comfortable with her either because you still don't know nothing about her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
then she can start.
She can turn on a dime.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
She
absolutely.
can be gaining your trust.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of spirits will do. If it's a bad spirit or they have a little vindictiveness in them, they'll be all nice and warm up to you, and then blow up.
That's what happened with my the reason why I'll never use a Ouija board again.
Ouija board is scary.
Because we were talking for several hours to what we thought was a 6-year-old little boy who was telling us how his daddy killed him. And we ended up not actually talking to a 6-year-old boy. It was actually, I'm thinking that maybe it was the dad. And he was a very evil spirit, almost burned our house down. Yeah. So you can trust.
Yeah. To me,
Gotta
Ouija
be
boards
really
are bad news.
Really, because like my mum was like writing to seances and stuff, and I didn't like them. And like she'd say, you know, she'd say, "Oh, let's do a seance." And I want to, no. And I did do it because she was doing it, and I used to get like haunted like by, you know, and I got cold breezes in my house and all sorts of stuff. And I just said to her one time, you know, I'm not doing seances anymore. I just can't do them anymore. I'm messed up.
Too many people, they're getting Ouija boards. They don't know what they're doing. They open up a portal that if they don't close it right, it's not going to close.
Well, I mean, even as much as we do know, none of us know what we're doing really when it comes to a Ouija board, or you know.
Yeah.
There's so many rules and so many, you know, that none of us probably even know.
You can't cut a Ouija board off.
No.
I definitely do prefer the spirit box just because to me it's safer.
Yeah. That's the reason I like it. I'll never touch a Ouija board again.
No, me either.
To me, it's like a spirit box opens up like a landline phone. You know, with a spirit box, you're opening up a portal.
Some spirit boxes are fine. I find the ones that go I get a headache. I think I've left a couple of times because I get a headache from them. That the rock box from Lou, I don't even understand anything. All to me, it's just like blah.
Yeah.
Blah. And the quiet one that now I can't remember who. Lou had it. Didn't have the. That's a good one. That's a good one. But I'm not like sort of, well, you know, I'm a spirit box myself, so
yeah. And see, certain people prefer the not static, where I prefer the static. I know Twinkie prefers the static because we hear better that way.
Yeah.
You know, it also depends on how you hear stuff too, that you know which box you prefer.
Yeah.
Because not everybody hears the same. I mean, we all hear different. We all hear frequencies different, and some prefer a different frequency than others.
Yeah. Yeah, the one that James it's not too bad either. I don't mind that one either.
Yeah, that's the SBS 10, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or the 10.
Because like that is quieter and the voices are a little bit stronger.
I mean, I'm just used to mine. I mean,
yeah.
It's what I think it also. Yeah, what you get used to. I mean, I'm getting more used to yours, April, and I am actually picking up words out of it. And James and Chelsea's, but yeah, no, I'm sorry, no, I'm really wrapped at like Lou made that fantastic rock box, but to me it's just this like
Yeah.
that really loud and echoey.
I don't like those ones that make the doing.
Yeah.
I just don't like that.
No, that Huff box, I don't like that either.
Yeah.
You know, the Huff Portal, I've used that app, but that's good. But all I ever hear is Lou's name on it, so I gave up.
The portal was a good one for a bit.
Yeah. But when I turn it on, all I hear is Lou's name. Lou Rock, Louie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't want to talk to Lou. He's alive. I want to talk to my mum. And then my mum says from the other side, but you talk to me anyway. You don't need a box. Fair enough. You win. You're the boss still.
Do you find that, like, when you get attached to someone, say, like, you know, you, me, and Twinkie got really close, do you find that once you became closer to us that things just started popping up about us, or is it because you were worried about us? What do you think makes spirits come to you and talk to you about?
I think I feel like, well, because see, I've done it as a business too for like years, and I'm trying to start it back up again. But with friends and people that with friends like and family, like you guys are family, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have that love connection with you, and yeah, I find the closer you are to people, the more likely, because I'm empathic as well, the more likely you pick up like that need.
Right.
Like I need to have a reading. You don't ask for a reading, but your spirit's saying to me, I need some clarification. I need.
And Twinkie, what were we talking about right before she contacted us?
Yeah.
About wanting to, because we had mentioned it, that we would love to see what you felt about us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then not even a few days later, you were saying, I need to tell y'all something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that does make a lot of sense.
Yeah, because that happens. It'll happen like you know, sometimes I'm even out in public, you know, and I have to really weigh up the energy of the person. I'll pick up stuff, and there's times where I don't tell them anything because their energy is resistant. But then there are other times where I see people and I walk up to them, I was like, you know, this, and they're like, oh, really? And they'll take, you know, they take it all on board.
Right.
But and then, you know, but you know, my family and friends are like, oh, you know, I say, oh, yeah, and then what? Straight away they're pumping me. Yeah, keep going.
Right.
But yeah, with you guys, it was just like it was this like it was almost like you know, your spirit guides, your angels and stuff are like kept saying, tapping me on the shoulder saying, KJ, come on, please. You got it. The girls need to talk to you. That they need, and it was a lot of confirmation and a lot of you know, oh, we knew that was going on, but we just needed to know if we weren't going nuts.
Right. Exactly.
And that's what a lot of my readings are. It's confirmation. You know, people are thinking, oh, this is happening in my life, and you know, and then they'll go, oh, and then I say, oh yeah, this is happening, that's happening, and oh yeah, that's right, that's right.
And
but
see, a lot of times too, when like with Amy, for instance, her uncle Poncho and her cousin Cody. Okay, I had never met them or anything, and Amy had never told me or anything. And if I have when I have my candle sitting there, a lot of times it's like I focus on the the candle with my strings going.
Yep.
And I asked Amy about a yellow truck. Never knew nothing about. I said it's a little Tonka truck, like the kids played with when they were little.
Yep.
And then Amy came out and said that. What was it that you're?
No, I sent you a picture in front of my Uncle Poncho's headstone.
Yeah, but I had already told you about the truck first.
Yeah, you were saying it in your live stream. Poncho and them had come through, and you started saying that you were seeing a yellow Tonka toy. And I had to pull it, from my files because I didn't have that posted on Facebook or anything. But I had just several months before that took a picture of my nephew inside of the yellow Tonka truck that's in front of my Uncle Poncho's grave.
Wow. Wow.
So if I get something and focus on it, so much stuff pops up in my head.
Yeah.
But see, once you find them people, like I went to so many live streams of people doing spirit boxes and all that, well before I even met Twinkie. And, it was a joke. And it was, people messing with your minds and all this other crap, and just really people who shouldn't have been even doing the stuff they were doing. But then when I met Twinkie, I had not told her any of the stuff that she was picking up on the spirit box, and I was hearing for myself, my uncle and my cousin and all that, and just validation after validation after validation. That's why I trust her. Same with you. You were so on the money. Like I was blown away. So I trust you. I've been to so many different mediums and psychics, and and they were all full of shite.
Hermione, yeah.
The money racket.
And so I was so impressed, and I don't say that easily to anybody, but that's why I go to Twinkie's streams with the spirit box, and and I definitely trust you. It's just, it's so hard to find people that are authentic and respect what they're doing.
Well, I take it seriously, because, like I said, like 90% of the time people come to me for closure.
Right.
You don't mess with people's feelings. It's just disgusting. You just don't mess with people's feelings.
Exactly.
If anyone does it to me, I get really angry, And so, what I do, I take it seriously. Very seriously. And, and I respectfully too. So it's
Well, I definitely respect you and your gift.
Thank you. And it's a gift from
And her
God.
gift.
It's a gift from God. People say, being a psychic, you connect with the other side, it's evil and stuff. No, it's not. God loves me. God loves me.
Exactly.
So how can it be evil?
That's
if
right.
God gave me that, if God loves me enough to give me this gift, thank you, God. Sometimes I'm gonna smack you in the face, but if He loves me enough to give me this gift to help people, well, that's what I have to do.
That's why I've always said, if God gives you a gift, use it.
That's right.
Exactly.
Don't waste.
And I've been. This so-called Christian guy came into my house, and of course, like when you walk into my house, it shows that I'm new age. I've got stuff here that shows that I'm new age, like that I believe. But I've also got stuff here that shows that I believe in God as well. And he said to me, "You're a witch." I said, "You're an arsehole. Get out of my house."
Well, me and Twinkie both have been asked if we were a witch.
Yeah. Well, we've been called witches.
Yeah, we've been called a witch.
If I was a witch, my house would be clean all the time, and I wouldn't have to worry about nothing ever again.
Exactly.
You know what? You know how you're not a witch, girls? You know how you're not a witch? I'll tell you, right? Wiggle your nose and see what happens. Nothing.
I can't even wiggle my nose.
Nothing. Click your finger. Nothing. Even do the blink. You're not a witch. Doesn't work. See? Told you. I've tried thousands of times. I should tell my auntie. I've wiggled my nose. I've clicked my fingers. I've thrown like I've done all these incantations. The house is still a freaking mess. So I'm not a witch.
Yes, K-Dog. I think it's hilarious that people pass judgment like that. It's just
right.
You're talking out your rear. Where did Crossroads go?
They left. They were going away for the night. They said good night.
Oh, I didn't even see them say good night. Good night, Crossroads, if y'all can hear me. I get so involved in the discussion that I forget to
Yeah,
check.
I do.
You went to the powder.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you went.
Then it's not my fault. It's my medicine's fault.
No,
Y'all.
she left.
What'd you call?
It's her fault. She left.
Hush your mouth.
Well,
I've
y'all,
got a, hang on a second, Gary. I've got a one. Hang on a second. I'll show you. Okay, look at this. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
See, she's a witch. She's got the
I
wand.
want a wand.
It's
well,
actually Ron Weasley.
Twinkie had brooms, so
Yeah.
It's actually Ron Weasley's wand. So if I start spitting up slugs, please forgive me. It's not Leviosa. It's Leviosa. Okay? Still doesn't work.
Gary said, "Where's your orchestra?"
Daddy said, KJ, you're an angel, but you also have some devil in you.
I know that. And I think sometimes I have a little bit more devil in me than angel.
Yes.
Jeep,
But I mean well. That's my mum used to say, you mean well. I said, don't pat me on the head, Mum. You mean well, sweetheart.
You mean well is just like saying bless your heart.
Yeah. Bless your pee picking heart.
Yeah.
Well, y'all,
Yeah, it's gonna say you got to get up early.
as much as I hate to go, I have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, which is
That's
less than 4 hours from now.
Oh my Lord.
To go to work. Get ready to go to work. I gotta be there at 5:30 this morning. So my second day at work, and I'm about whooped already.
You got this, Twinkle.
I know. And then I go to the interview after I get off work to another job. So I'm really good. But I'm gonna jump off of here, y'all. Don't forget. Don't forget to go see Twinkie tomorrow night. What time you going on, Twinkie?
About 8:30.
So everybody, make sure you watch what the paranormal. I can't even talk. Pull my teeth.
Okay.
Make sure y'all check what the paranormal out tomorrow night.
Love y'all.
Love everybody. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Gino, Jan, Crossroads, KJ, and my Twinkie for being on the panel tonight, and Georgie.
Thank you for having me, as usual.
Always.
I love you guys.
Love you too.
Y'all too.
Love you too, Gary, Buddy, K-Dog, Mandy.
Everyone, traveling buddy, go to the naughty corner just because you can. Gary, Ghost, Smokey Joe, I love you, Joe.
Love y'all so much.
Gary.
Love y'all. Good night.
God bless. Good night, sleep.
God bless. Have a good day at work.
All right, love y'all.
Nighty night.
Night, Grandpa.
Nighty night.
Nighty night.